Every day you make hundreds of choices: what to wear, what to eat, what to believe, what to ignore. But here's the disturbing question. What if most of those choices were never really yours? What if your sense of free will, the feeling that you are in control, is largely an illusion? Intro. Free will is one of the most cherished ideas in human history. It's the foundation of morality, responsibility, justice, identity, but psychology, neuroscience, and philosophy are all pointing toward an uncomfortable possibility: that human choice is far more constrained than we like to admit. Today, we're examining free will versus the illusion of choice, what modern science reveals, what philosophers warned us about, and what this means for how you live your life. Why free will feels so real. Your experience of choice feels undeniable. You feel like you decide. You feel like you choose. You feel like you could have done otherwise. Philosopher René Descartes believed this inner experience was proof of free will. But feeling something does not make it true. Psychologist Daniel Wegner explained that the experience of conscious will is something the brain constructs after decisions are already in motion. In other words, you don't decide, you become aware of a decision. The neuroscience that shook philosophy. In the 1980s, neuroscientist Benjamin Libet conducted experiments that changed everything. He discovered that the brain shows decision-related activity up to several hundred milliseconds before a person becomes consciously aware of choosing. The brain decides first. Consciousness is informed later. More recent studies using fMRI extended this gap to several seconds. This raises a terrifying question. If your brain decides before you know, then who is actually in control? The unconscious runs your life. Psychology reveals that most behavior is driven by unconscious processes. Your preferences, your habits, your reactions, all shaped by early conditioning, social environment, emotional memory, evolutionary wiring. Carl Jung warned, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Free will feels real because you are unaware of the forces shaping you. The illusion of choice in modern society. Modern humans feel freer than ever. But behavioral economics shows we are more influenced than ever. Psychologist Richard Thaler demonstrated how choice architecture subtly nudges behavior without force. Examples: menu placement, app notifications, algorithmic recommendations, social validation metrics. You believe you choose. But choices are presented, not discovered. Philosopher Michel Foucault argued that modern power doesn't control through force, but through shaping norms and preferences. Why humans need to believe in free will. If free will is an illusion, why does it feel so necessary? Because believing in free will supports accountability, preserves identity, reduces existential anxiety. Psychologist Roy Baumeister showed that when people stop believing in free will, they become less ethical. Not because they are evil, but because meaning erodes. Philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre argued that humans are condemned to be free, meaning responsibility is psychologically overwhelming. The belief in free will stabilizes society. Determinism versus responsibility. Here lies the deepest tension. If behavior is determined, can people still be held responsible? Philosopher Baruch Spinoza believed freedom is not the absence of causation, but understanding it. You are not free because nothing influences you. You are free when you understand what influences you. Responsibility doesn't disappear. It evolves. The real location of human freedom. Here is the crucial distinction most debates miss. Freedom is not in the moment of impulse. It is in how you design your life before impulses arise. Stoic philosophers understood this. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You should build your character so that chance does not rule you." Freedom lives in habits, environments, long-term systems, awareness of bias, not in spontaneous choice. The dangers of believing you are more free than you are. The most dangerous illusion is believing, "I'm immune." Smart people fall hardest here. They underestimate influence. They overestimate control. They trust their reasoning too much. And that is how manipulation succeeds. True autonomy begins with humility. Final message: the truth about control. You are not as free as you feel, but you are not powerless either. Freedom is not doing whatever you want. It is understanding why you want what you want and shaping your life accordingly. Once you see the illusion of choice, you don't lose control. You gain something far more powerful: awareness. And awareness is the beginning of real freedom.